Once I'm in subspace, then you can bring the sting.
Okay, so that's a good answer to the question. So it's like, so when you say thud, it'd be something like a paddle, something quite firm,
a flogger,
a firm spank.
Spankings. And then just even with that, there is a progression. So you still start softer,
obviously, and
then you build. You go harder or you go faster,
right.
and
you move around.
You don't send the same place. Never, ever hit in the same spot over and over and over and over.
We're giving you guys some. This last 30 seconds is actually some solid fucking advice, guys. So I hope you're paying attention because it was.
It's all over.
Because you demand you asked
never go above the pelvic line.
Yeah, you don't go for the stay the hell away from the kidneys.
Yeah,
like back here.
A girl is great. A girl is great because there's a lot.
There's a lot to work with.
There's a lot to work with.
Particularly Siren.
So, girl, I know, right? So
don't get me banned. Whatever you do not get the stream banned.
It's the fat. That's what you want to go for.
You want to avoid here.
Well, even the pelvic line. It's like here.
If you're flogging like in your pelvic, if you hit here the kidneys, this is really really sensitive stuff here, and even like here under the arms, very very sensitive.
And there's lymph nodes up in here.
Yeah,
so
look straight ahead. This is actually a really good spot to work with. You can do a lot of fun work here.
But this can be difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult to land a shot here and here. But with a flogger, like riding crop easy, this is probably not a good paddle spot, but flogging, this is a great spot to warm up. In the middle of the meat of the back here, really great place to start warming up. You can sit down now. Stop showing off your ass on my live show.
Okay, for those of you that don't know me, the ass is kind of that's what I'm known for.
Yeah. So the reason that was really good advice, we sort of segue there, because you demand asked this question: how do you turn on your dom side if you aren't naturally that way? You saying you can't? I completely disagree with that. And here's why I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to explain to this man how he can turn his dom side on. Learn to lead. Learn. It doesn't have to be this kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be like BDSM. So you don't. That's a future thought. True. Start in the bedroom by just leading, right? So that's a simple way to start getting into the dom space, the dom head space.
Yeah.
And you're putting your partner naturally into a submissive space, and it can be something as simple as telling her what to do. So get on your knees
and
pull your skirt up.
Yes, the command.
Take my dick out.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily BDSM stuff. This is leading.
But what got me was and how I took the question was, how can you force it? You can never force something that's not innate behavior.
Yeah, but I think you can absolutely
learn tricks. You can learn to be commanding. You can learn to be a type.
Yeah, you can definitely. There's different types of dom as well.
But yes, absolutely. Yeah. But a true sub, will pick up if it's fake or forced.
And what do you mean by true sub? Do you mean someone who's experienced as being a sub?
Maybe so. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a good answer. Chris Bucket with the super chat. Thank you very much, sir. He says, Siren, you're the hottest.
Thank you.
How should a dom talk to a sub on a dating app when they're meeting for the first time?
I have no idea. I'm not on dating apps, and I don't even go on any sort of those websites.
She's on.
No,
but she is on Yahoo chat groups. So go to Yahoo chat.
That was like 20 years ago. I really
forget the dating app context. Forget the dating app context. Say for example you were at a club. Say for example you were at a swingers club or a lifestyle club. Then in that context. Because this is translatable, how should a dom talk to a sub when they're meeting for the first time?
For the very first time, you want to always approach with respect. Subs will rely on verbal cues, body language, chemistry, and maybe certain cues.
So it's basically I was like, Is that siren? Is that siren coming through my headphones?
Not me siren, but there is a siren.
There is an actual siren going on in the background.
Yeah.
LA is on fire. What do we know?
But just like you approach her just like any other woman, because how are you going to know she's submissive or not? You need to talk to her. You need to get to know her before you can figure out if she's submissive. But there are some women that you can just tell their body language is very submissive. Their eyes are always downcast, or they kind of stand a little. You're
talking about ultra submissive.
Yes.
As well right now.
Yeah.
And
those will run. So if you come across just way too aggressive, they're gonna just.
Yeah, here's the thing: all the professional DOMs that I've met, James Mogul would be a good example. They're all super respectful, and super pleasant and nice.
Yeah.
When you
not degrading, they're
not degrading. They're not overbearing. They're not they're not trying to like be all macho and alpha and in your face at all. They have a different thing. They're commanding. They have a very commanding presence about them. They can command a room. I'll say that much. And have you ever worked with Rocco Siffredi?
I have not.
He's an example of that. Very commanding presence when he walks around, but super polite, super respectful. Says hello to everybody in the room. James Mogul's the same way. Super polite, super respectful. Says hello to everyone.
Yeah.
But when he talks to a woman, right, he'll address a room and he'll command a room, and then when he talks to a room and it's like laser focus. He's like locked in. He's locked.
Eye contact.
Bingo. Eye contact.
One thing that any Dom needs to remember is that their position is earned and not a right. We are not a subservient. We are not someone to be stepped on, taken advantage of. We give ourselves because we want to.
And how does a guy make you want to? Sorry.
It's respect. And it's also I'm very I rely on my instinct. So I rely on chemistry. I rely on the energy, the vibe.
Right. All the things that Siren's talking about here is what you would classify as sub-communications. So eye contact, vocal tonality, body language, all of these things. And this doesn't just apply to attracting a woman who might potentially be a submissive. This applies to all women, basically. In terms of these are just generally attractive traits.
If you come up to us and you're all cocky and think you're all that, we're going to be going, fuck you. There's the door. We don't want to be treated that way. Even when I am being dominated and I am full on into, subspace,
right,
there's still respect. It's an honor to be someone's Dom. And those that take that or take advantage those that take advantage of that gift of the sub giving themselves is the wrong. That's when things go way wrong. When you start getting into abuse,
right,
mental abuse, physical abuse, because they're using the lifestyle as a reason that it's okay to beat on somebody. That's not what the lifestyle is about.
You're talking about like literal physical abuse, like giving someone black eyes.
But even mental abuse, all of it.
Right.
And there's, there's different variances. I mean, I know someone that loves getting smacked in the face in the black eyes. That's what she gets off on.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about too. She's in Arizona. She's collared.
Well, she's collared.
Yeah.
But they're traveling. The one I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. They're traveling around in a van right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
She always posts photos of her black eye on Twitter.
She loves it.
That is like, and it's like, as a guy in the post Me Too era, I'm like, that is terrifying. Holy hell! Like, I know both her and her partner. Her and they are amazing. I mean, they are amazing people. But it just comes back down to respect. I mean, bottom line.